Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a little bit of a new background behind me, which is exciting. My friend Ashley was so kind and gave me her camera stand, and so I no longer have to prop my camera up against my little table in front of my bed. It's a very professional setup, but I am so excited to have this, and I am not sure where I really want to place it, but I thought today it'd be cute. I have my tiny little TBR shelf and my cute little quote sign there that I thought I could switch up. So it's a little bare. I do want to get some more things to decorate in the background, but I don't know. I thought this could be cute. I have been in my house, you know, social distancing myself because my school and my externship placement both canceled for 2 weeks. Well, my school officially is online, and then my externship as of now is just for 2 weeks. So I have been, not being the most productive, but I have been watching a lot of YouTube, and I have been watching a lot of older stuff that I used to watch that I kind of forgot about. And in that, little endeavor, I started watching tag videos, which I loved. I thought they were so fun, and I'm not sure if people really do them anymore. I know some people do, but they are some of my favorite videos. So today I thought I would do one, even though I was tagged by no one, but I thought it would be fun to do the Intimidating TBR Tag. So I have a lot of books on my TBR that I just really need to get to. And so I thought I would put it out into the world, and maybe it'll motivate me to actually get to them. So with that being said, let's jump on into the tag. So the first question is, what is a book you have yet to finish? And that book for me is I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. The actual cover is behind this little flap here. I bought this out of pure recommendation. I had heard so many good things about it, and so I obviously jumped on getting it, and I immediately started reading it, and then I put it down, and then I picked it up again, and then I put it down, and I have just been in this back and forth with this book, I feel like, for so long. And it's been so long since I bought it, and I do want to get to it because I know so many people love it, and there's not even a specific reason why I wasn't feeling it necessarily. I think it was just like not the book for me at the time. I don't know. I want to finish it. I want to see what the hype is about because, it's an older book. I think it came out in like 2014 or something like that. And so I do want to eventually finish it, but I don't know. It is just one that I feel like I have picked up and put down so many times, and I have never actually finished it. I don't know how it ends. I'll finish it one day. I'm sure of it. The next question is, what is a book that you have yet to finish because you haven't had the time? And that book for me is Let It Snow by John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Lauren Miracle. And this isn't because it's a super long book. It's not. It is only, 352 pages, and each author writes like a little short story, so it's broken up in the book. And so I know that it would probably be a pretty quick read for me, but it is like a wintry, Christmassy book, and so I do want to read it in that time, and so I feel like I just don't pick it up. And it's the only John Green book that I haven't read, and I actually just bought the physical copy this winter season, and I thought because there's a Netflix movie out that I would be motivated to do that so that I could watch it, and I thought actually having the physical copy would, draw me to it, and it just didn't. I read other stuff, and by the time that I actually wanted to get to it, it was pretty much almost springtime. Christmas had passed. I wasn't in the mood. This is one that I just haven't had time to finish, not because of the length, but because of the season. Season of winter needs to just be longer so I can read all of my Christmas time books and get them off of my TBR. So the next question is, what is a book that you have yet to read because it is a sequel? And that book for me is The Last Star by Rick Yancey. So this is the third and final book in the Fifth Wave trilogy, and I remember really liking the Fifth Wave, and I immediately picked up The Infinite Sea, and then I had to wait for this one to come out. And so I bought it right when it came out, and I did not remember a single thing that happened in the second book. I remember bits and pieces of the first one, but the second one I feel like just escaped me. And I gave these books to my boyfriend recently because he was looking for something to read, and so he really likes The Fifth Wave and he loved The Infinite Sea, and we kind of had conversations about The Fifth Wave, like, oh yeah, I remember when this happened and blah blah blah. And then The Infinite Sea, I could not remember a single thing. Like, he kind of tried giving me hints because I do want to reread these, but I could not remember a thing. So obviously I didn't want to jump in to this third book without knowing the entire middle of what happens. So it is a series that I do want to reread before I get to this one, but I don't know. They're kind of big books. Like, I guess they're not that long, but they're just big. And so it's not one that I've been that motivated to pick up because I know that I do want to read the entire series before I get to this one. And so I know I want to know how it ends. I have such a hard time just not finishing a series, but I don't know. I don't know why I don't remember the second one. I thought maybe it wasn't that great or something, but I've been asking my boyfriend about it and he has said that it's great, and so I don't know why I just blocked it from my memory. But I hope to eventually get to this one and find out how it ends. So the next question is, what is a book that you have yet to read because it is brand new? And that for me is Serpent and Dove by Shelby Morin, I hope is how you say her last name. I actually don't even own this, and I know to some people it's probably not brand new. I think I looked it up and it came out in September, but that is still pretty new to me, and I just have not had the chance to pick it up. But I've heard pretty mixed reviews about it. I've heard people who really loved it or people who thought it was really weird and did not like it, and so that seems like a book that definitely would interest me. And then she announced the sequel to the book, and the cover is gorgeous, so they are books that I want to add to my shelf, but I don't know, I feel like it's still brand new to me, and so I am going to still count it as brand new for this question. Whether or not you count it as brand new, it is brand new to me. The next book is, what is a book that you have yet to read because you read a book by the same author and you did not enjoy it? And that book for me is Girl, Stop Apologizing by Rachel Hollis. So I read Girl Wash Your Face back in December, and I had heard great things about it and that it was just so inspiring and all of this. I didn't like it. I guess I didn't hate it. There were parts of it I liked. I really liked her stories about her experience with the foster care system, and there were some parts that I guess were okay. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars, so it wasn't a total just letdown, but there were some parts of this book that were so incredibly preachy and just so incredibly annoying, and I found it very like, if you don't do this like I do, then like you're wrong. And I don't think that was the kind of vibe she was trying to give off at all, but that is the vibe that I got. And so I picked this up before I read Girl Wash Your Face, and I think I was just really thinking I'd like it. They mentioned that she talks about, you know, Christian values and just things that I thought I would really connect to, and I didn't. And so this is one that I am just not excited to get to because I just don't think Rachel Hollis is for me. Next prompt is, what is a book that you have yet to get to because you just haven't been in the mood for it? And that book for me is, surprisingly, Save the Date by Morgan Matson. So I was so excited when this first came out. I had read Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson and adored it. And I heard she was coming out with a book that dealt with weddings. And so I was so excited, and I got this book. My boyfriend surprised me with it, actually. We were at Barnes & Noble, and I saw that this was a signed edition, and I was so excited, and he surprised me with it. And so, yeah, I was pumped, but it is one that I have yet to pick up yet, and I don't know why. I just feel like when I am looking at my shelf, it is not one that I am drawn to picking up, which is weird because it has everything that I really would want in a book. Weddings, just humor. I've only read Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson, and so usually when there is an author where I really like a book, I immediately want to pick up another one from them just to see if I like their writing style, or I don't know. I'm usually just so excited. Like when I first read The Fault in Our Stars, I read every single John Green book that I could get my hands on, and this one for some reason I just haven't picked up, and it's so weird. And I think my excuse is I always just wait until spring or summer whenever wedding season happens, and I didn't pick it up last year. And so I'm hoping that this year I will definitely want to pick it up. But who knows? I don't know. It's one I'm excited for, and I definitely want to see because I know that some people really liked it, and then some people didn't like it as much as her other stuff. And so I want to see which end of the spectrum I'm on. So yeah, I am excited to pick this up, but it's not one that I've been in the mood for yet. The next question is, what is a book that you have yet to pick up? Because it is humongous, and I actually don't own this one, but that book for me is Illuminate by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. I just look at these books and they are massive, and it's not just that they're massive. I feel like the writing style of it is so intimidating. I've never read a book like that before, and I don't know, I just look at them, they're huge, they scare me, and when I look at it, I don't just look at it as that one book. Like, I don't just see Illuminate, I see the entire trilogy, I think it is, and they're just all so big. And I know that the writing style is a little different, so I don't know if it would take a long time to get through, but I could see myself just like sitting with it and taking my time with it. They are just big books. So yeah, I am sure there's bigger books out there that I want to read, but that was the first one that came to my mind because I go to the bookstore, and when I'm trying to decide between a little contemporary or Illuminate, I usually go with the smaller one because I know I'm more likely to pick that up sooner than this honking book that just scares me a little bit. But I know that they're very well loved, and I need to get to it so I can see what all the hype's about. But ooh, I don't know. They're huge. So the next question is, what is a book that you have yet to get to because it was a cover buy and it turned out to have poor reviews? And that book for me is Alex and Eliza by Melissa De La Cruz. And I don't think this has terrible reviews. I think it has like a 3 point something on Goodreads, but it is a book that was a complete cover buy for me, and I usually don't do that. I usually research the books that I buy pretty hard before I get in that checkout line. So I went through a pretty big Hamilton phase when that musical first came out, along with everybody, but I listened to the soundtrack constantly, and I liked watching interviews, and anything that Lin-Manuel Miranda was in, I was all about it. And so my mom and I were at Target, and I walked past this, and I stopped in my tracks, and I was like, I need this. I did not read the back. I didn't do anything. I saw Alex and Eliza, and I knew that this is a book I needed. And I have never picked it up, just let it sit on my shelf. And I know now it's a series, which I didn't know I was getting myself into when I first bought this because I did no research on it. I just bought it. I did look at reviews eventually, and I know a lot of people said that if you bought it because you were a fan of Hamilton, that it's not anything like that. I do eventually want to read it. My dad actually bought me Hamilton tickets, So if I will get to go, it's up in the air because all of these events are getting canceled now, but I do think I want to pick it up. I really don't know anything about this book now that I'm trying to describe it. It was a complete cover buy. It's pretty though. I mean, nice little pink. It looks good on my shelf, so I don't know. I'll get to it eventually. We'll see. The final question is, what is the most intimidating book in your TBR pile? And that for me is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. And I really want to read this. It is a huge book. It's pretty big, and it is just so well received. Everyone who reads it talks about how they cry and how much it means to them and just how amazing it is. And that to me is so intimidating because it already immediately sets expectations for it for me, and I don't know, it's scary because I feel like if I don't love this, that I am wrong. And I don't know, but a lot of booktubers that I love watching really love this one, and I'm sure that it will just be one that I really love because I don't think I've ever seen a poor review on this, which is again scary because what if I, for some reason, am the one person that just does not connect with this book, and that is really intimidating to me. From the sound of it, I think I will really like this, but it is definitely intimidating because I don't want to be the one person that just does not connect with this book. So that was it. That was the Intimidating TBR tag. Let me know if you've read any of these in the comments, and let me know what tag videos you guys liked watching. I have loved going back and looking at different tags that I used to watch. So if there are any that you would like to see me do, or any that you really liked watching, let me know and I might do one. So if you liked this video, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.